I always think that love is about freedom. And this is very misconceptional also nowadays. I don't support the free relationship, like the open relationship, right? But freedom of giving space for your partner, freedom of feeling free, even being together, So, and I think this is the most important thing in love.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think right now. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you had your experiences in saying first I love yous.
No. No.
What do you mean no?
No. I don't. I was thinking about this.
You never said I love you?
I don't know that I've ever told someone in a romantic partnership kind of situation that I love you. It's going to sound crazy. I actually almost wonder if I am actually capable of loving someone. Because I don't know. This is why I ask people, like, what does love feel like? What does it feel like?
I think it changes from year to year, from age to age. I was thinking that if you would ask me what love is, I don't know, 10 years ago or so, so that would be early 20s, I would say something about sparkles and emotions, and everything is upside down, and the butterflies in the belly, and blah blah, and man, this is just so wrong. I think this idea of all these sparkles and fireworks and drama, which obviously being exported from all the films and movies and serials and whatever there is, and poems and books. This is just a wrong perception of love, I think. There must be always a drama, always a struggle, always lots of crying and humiliation. And whatsoever, but of course in the end there is a happy end, which is also misconceptional. But from now, thanks God, I don't think this way about love anymore.
So then what does it then? How does it feel? Because I mean, from my perception, right? When I look at your Instagram, when I look at your photos on Instagram, it does appear like the movies. I mean, of course, there's a moment being captured in time. But
I mean, it's a photo, of course. If they have a feeling of happily ever after, maybe, but also it's not all that I speak about in the blog. I also speak about things, some insights, well, in stories, and I speak in Russian, so maybe also that's why you don't grasp.
I'm not talking about what the blog is about, like what your Instagram is about. That's not even that. I'm just talking about the way I perceive the interaction. Like, I don't think I've ever looked at anyone like this in a photo. I don't think I've ever looked at a person like that in real life. You know what I mean? Like, I know what it feels like to enjoy being in the presence of someone, you know, and that I know what it feels like to not want to hurt them. And I know what it feels like to want to help them grow or be there to support them. And you know what I mean? I know what that feels like. Is that love?
Not only. I mean, you're also missing the sexual concept here. I mean, what you're describing is friendship. Okay. Interesting. To me, I mean, I want my friends to I want to protect them. I don't want to hurt them. I want them to grow. I want them to succeed. I'm there for them. I love them. I support them. But this is friendship, and partnership has another aspect of sexual life, which I don't have with friends.
Okay. All right. So
I mean, have you ever been in a long relationship? Let's start with that.
one. Well, I mean, what's long? What's long? First, let me ask you what's long.
3, 5 years. I don't know. 2, 5 years.
One, and then the rest are like 1-ish.
1 year and more. You mean?
Yeah, more or less.
More. Okay. More or less 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay, and then when you were in this relationship, you never said I love you.
Not that I remember.
Did the person said she love you?
In you know, I think someone being involved with me kind of catches my vibe, so they'll say it in a way that's not I love you, but they'll say it like I feel love for you. And I think this is a result of maybe the energy that I give to them, so that they like they say it in a way that I'm only guessing. They say it in a way that they think I would better receive it.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're saying you've never been overwhelmed by a feeling that the words just come out to another person from you?
Not in, I don't know. Not in a romantic sense, I don't think. Like,
but as a friend, did you say somebody I love you as a friend?
Yeah. Yeah.
That seems fitting. Also the way you described love.
And I treat everybody like a friend. You know, I don't, maybe this is what the issue is, because I don't know exactly what it's supposed to feel like. Like, I know what it feels like I know the feeling of loss. Like,
yes.
So I know what I feel when we break up.
Okay.
I definitely know that. But the feeling while I'm in it, I don't know if I'm actively feeling it like that.
But what do you mean then in romantic way?
In the context of a romantic sexual congregation, unification, coupleization.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not sure how deeply we want to go into this context of romantic and sexual concept, but I think it's an important one when we talk about love.
Well, I'm trying to understand this. I'm talking to you as an authority on the subject, you know, in the midst of it.
I mean, also, I think that we choose partners firstly on the physical senses, smell, taste. I don't know, but it must fit. Otherwise, it will never work. Even if at this level something disturbs you or or even disgusting or whatever there is. This will never work. So firstly, after physical acceptance, and well, then comes the tension, right? And then you get to know each other and see if things will go on or not. So with this hand thing that happened in between us, I felt it physically. First, my first interest was a physical one towards him. These sparkles that I felt in the body. This, well, people call it chemical reaction. There is a chemistry and blah, blah. So this is what I'm talking about, you know? So this physical interest towards another person. And then, of course, I asked him, like, well, how was his reaction, right, on the first thing, when he felt that he had interest in me or something like this. I mean, that he said my ass. I was like, I saw this ass and I thought, oh my God, I have to dance with her. So what are we talking about here? Oh,
you sure?
it.
So when he woke you up in that morning, were you like laying on your stomach or whatever? You sure he was saying it to you? maybe he was saying it to your ass while
Well, I mean, he was honest with that. I believed him. The way he said it, I believed him. And then comes the whole intelligence and kindness and everything else. But
see, I felt this. I know what I have felt, but I don't know if that's love.
No, it's not love.
Right,
of course,
right.
It's not just love.
So I felt this, even though I've actually been involved with people that deep down inside I knew I wasn't really super. You know, there was points and times when I tried to see if I was like a better person than I actually am, where, you know, she's got a great mind and her personality is awesome and she's nice and she's generous and blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to get into that. I try to, you know.
She's the right person to be with. Yeah.
Yeah. On paper.
Yeah.
On paper. But then how I felt was like, as far as on the physical side of things, you know.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I also don't want to make it I mean, I think it's more of an internal thing and it doesn't really have to do so much with them. I mean, some people have said that I'm afraid to, you know, of commitment, afraid of love and all of this. And for me, I don't feel it as fear. I just don't feel like I'm just taking these logical approaches, you know? I'm thinking
logical approaches in love.
Yeah, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
Even trying to understand it, I think, is like I'm taking the logical, you know, an analytical approach. Like, okay, so
trying to rationalize. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a hard job to rationalize love.